smile, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, sister, my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, and welcome to Coopersthaiadventure Money Matters Monday with myself, Cooper, and my good friend and trusty sidekick, Mr. Brooke Snyder. Welcome, Mr. Brooke.
Good to be here.
And Bitcoin is back on sale again. Look at that.
Big time.
112.6. And I love it. Good time to buy the dip.
I'm going to buy a little bit of that IBIT today, I think.
You gonna buy some more?
Yeah,
IBIT?
112 is pretty good.
It is good.
Yeah.
I like that.
A little bit now and then every time it drops like that. You know, It's called DCAing.
And we are at the end of the earnings week for Misty. So that was it. Friday was the last day, and they declare this Wednesday. I've watched a couple of influencers, and they're predicting anywhere from $1 to $1.10 for Misty, this payment. We'll see what happens.
Pretty poor compared to the past, but when you figure it out at what, a $17 stock price, you know, 13, that'd be $13 if it stayed at $1 for 17. That's pretty good return on your money.
And you think there's also 2 payments this month. This is the second payment for August, which means if it's $1, say we'll go with a bear case scenario, it's a $1 flat, then that means you would be looking at $2.18 for the month.
Not too bad.
Not too bad, in my opinion. So sounds pretty good to me. Now, today's topic is all about the bull run. And a lot of people are saying this time it's different. You hear that a lot, you know, on YouTube. This time it's different. This time it's different. Well, every previous bull run, which there's been 4, you have what you would call a blow off top, and then it dies. The price goes down, you know, 70%, you know. across everything. You know, Bitcoin will drop 70%. The altcoins will go on an altcoin rally at the end of Bitcoin season, and then they drop a tremendous amount too. And I want to ask you, the viewers, what your thoughts are. Is this time different? Are you feeling that it's different? And what's your reasons? Why do you think it's different? And is there going to be a blow off top at the end of this year? And then we wait 4 years for the cycle to start over again and make even more money. And we'll wait till we get through the comments, and then we'll give our thoughts on it, Mr. Schneider.
We will.
Yes, we'll give our thoughts on it. We will. He looks confused.
I said we will.
We will. Okay. And then the next bit that we want to touch on is Tesla. In my opinion, there's 2 horses that are going to be the fastest horses in this race. First one is going to be MicroStrategy. Second one, Tesla.
Right.
Now, what's your thoughts?
On what? The 2 horses in the race?
Should I restart the live stream?
Yeah, I'm waiting. Unlike you, I have my Tesla. You sold yours, which I'm not sure was a good idea, but time will tell. And I understand why you did, because Micro now should announce by September 5th. So what is that? That's about 10 days.
Well, if you ask Grok, it says September 1st the announcement comes out. If you ask the chat GBT, it says September 5th. So who knows?
So that'll be the announcement for the S&P inclusion of MicroStrategy. And I think it always has in the past with any stock that's been put in there, caused interest in the stock buying. Obviously, they have to rebalance all these passive portfolios that are invested in the S&P. And that's a lot of money that's going to be allocated to MicroStrategy. So in reality, it should drive the price upwards.
Now, Misty with it.
That I was just going to add that will obviously pull Misty with it. How much, time will tell. It won't be dollar for dollar or percent wise, but it'll be something, maybe half the gain in value, in Misty. So that's good. I could see Misty definitely getting up to $20, hopefully higher. Micro, should be over 4, hopefully higher. But then if I was you, I'd be getting back into that Tesla pretty quick after that.
I will.
Yeah.
That is the plan.
Yeah, because Tesla going forward, and if you watch James Invest Answers, he was always bullish on Tesla. He's even more so now with what they've got going with self-driving taxis, energy storage, humanoid robots coming. It's just going to be, and these supercomputers he's got, like, my heavens, he's got the first and second biggest on the planet now. And that'll be inference training of, but that's sure. He talks about robots, but I mean, when you look at it, basically a self-driving car is a robot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's going to affect everything. So bottom line is, if you don't have some Tesla guys, you definitely probably should look at getting a little bit in your bags. I'm obviously looking at growing mine, and yeah. And you better get back in before it's too late.
Well, I did that for the reason that I believe MicroStrategy is going to get incepted into the S&P 500, and the betting odds have it at a 92%.
Yeah,
92% chance that they're going to get into the S&P 500. What else has got a 92% chance for happening next month?
Interest rate cuts.
Correctamundo. Yes. They are now pricing in, because Powell gave a speech earlier last week saying that it's time to look at changes, implying that, yes, we are going to be cutting interest rates in September. So the betting odds are now gone up from 60% to well over 90% that he's going to cut interest rates. And a lot of the big powerhouses in the US are saying that he's not going to do just one cut. There's a good chance he could do 2 cuts in September. And a lot of them are also predicting up to 3 to 4 cuts by the end of the year.
Good.
Which is excellent for crypto. Because what do the people do? They take, they're like, oh, I'm losing money here. I'll take it out and I'll put it in here, because every time there's a rate cut, crypto goes up.
Yeah.
Every single time.
True.
And I think that's what's going to be the spark that ignites the fire next month for all of crypto. I don't care whether you're into Ethereum, whether you're into Solana, XRP. I think they're all going to jump next month, along with Bitcoin too.
Yep, I could see that happening.
So I think we're in for some very exciting times in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, now they have to cut these rates. They should have been doing it before this, in my opinion, because credit card debt is the highest ever. Delinquencies on that is the highest ever. I know with auto loans, and now we're talking, I think the West here, US, and that probably similar in Canada. Their delinquencies are the highest ever on auto loans as well.
And so are bankruptcies.
Okay, well,
default on mortgages for homes.
That, well, their
jobs report
yeah,
come out worse than expected.
Yep. And all that leads you to say, shit, they need to cut these rates, because the interest rate cuts have a huge bearing on all these payments, not only credit cards, but, you know, auto loans, mortgages. And so they got it. Well, they have to do it. It's probably too late, you know, in a lot of cases for some of the people, unfortunately, but better late than never. And let's hope it's sizable. So it, you know, it'll help stimulate, let's say, the economy. What it does to inflation going forward, you know, time will tell. I think they're going to start printing money, like, you know, with gay abandon, you know, to pay all these. They still have not controlled their spending. Any government on the planet has not controlled their spending that I can see. Just keep printing that paper money with nothing backing it, which is why we're into Bitcoin, guys. And if, you know, we started the channel at 25,000 coin in Bitcoin price. It's now 112, and more adoption has occurred. They're still printing the money, and where's it going to stop? Well, who knows? Bitcoin will be jumping. So,
yeah, and it's very, very rare, folks, for the Fed to cut interest rates in September. They normally do it in the fall. Towards the end of the financial quarters, like in October, November, December. Look at last year. Look after COVID. You know, it was always October, November, December. So it's very rare to see them cut interest rates in September. And September is normally a bearish month for crypto. It's normally October, September are the two bearish months for crypto out there. And with them doing it in September, I think we're going to start the bull market early.
Yeah, I don't know if that's, you know, well, you can definitely see it starting early, but I think October's been a pretty good month. August, not so much, but, you know, we seem to be okay. But anyways, tell us what you guys think, and we'll get to the comments here, I guess.
Okay, my wife's just saying, I can't see your live stream. I can't see it. Yes, we are live, babe. She's over at the gym. All right, let's get started with the comments.
Richard Woolley, good morning, good evening, tubers.
Good evening, morning to you from here, Richard. Evening for you.
Thank you for being a channel member.
Nomad Jack
says, good morning, CBD and gang from Jack and Pinky. Let's get the bull run going.
I think it's going to start next week.
Yeah,
because even if it's the 1st or the 5th, whatever the case is, that's next week.
I think the markets will be up this week. You know, I think the trend is now entrenched as upward and to the right. Industry.
Well, not next week, the week after. Sorry, I'm getting a week ahead of myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you know, for a lot of us, obviously in the Misty and these YieldMax funds, when the market goes up, if you got Alti, it's drawing those stocks up, should help. With MicroStrategy getting included, let's hope, keep fingers crossed, it should definitely help. And Tesla just keeps plugging away. So, yeah. Michael Vila, hello, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Hope the weather isn't too bad. It's lovely here. Let's go make some money.
Will we make money? Yes, I'm very certain that we're going to be making money this winter. I will call it not crypto winter, but the winter for the West. And very, very exciting times coming up ahead.
Mike D. Hey, 15-year-old Mike D., my son, says, hello, Coop and Brookie. He's a big fan of the show and watches for information and Brooke's facial expressions. I wonder what he means by that. You guys are the best. Have a great show.
And yeah, Brooke does come out with some corker facial
Well, sometimes
expressions.
you say things that just, I have to, what? Did he just say that?
Yeah, because while you're taking a nap at lunchtime, I'm studying.
Oh, okay.
And then you wake up and you're at the pool with me. Coop, what'd you find out?
Tekken, good morning, CBD. Hope all is well in the land of smile.
It is, Tekken. Thank you for coming on and joining us. And thank you for being a channel member. Much appreciated. Hope you guys like the new banner that we set up for the channel. Thank you to Mr. B.
Mr. B.
And also the intro song. I like it. I think it's very, very catchy. And the ebook is now out on the channel. It's available for you guys to do. Right over there above Brooke's head is the QR code. And if you're watching on your phone and you're like, I can't do it, Coop, I'm watching on my phone. Don't worry. We put it in the description, a link. So you go in the description, the link is there, and you're able to get the ebook. It's been selling like hotcakes.
Yeah,
because a lot of YouTubers out here are selling them for $3, $4, $5. There's one selling his book out here for $700 per book. I said that's all a ripoff. We're not going to rip off our channel members, and I made them make it for under 50.
Under 50 bucks.
So we break even. No profits for Cooper.
Rick Price, a channel member. Good morning, evening. I see a check mark recovery.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm saying exactly
Sailor
the
bought
same thing.
again, boys and girls.
Yes, he put an orange dot last night.
Yeah,
and he's made over $4 billion on his new stretch.
Oh, interesting. Raised over
$4.5 billion. Is this going to be the big announcement that we've been waiting for? And he goes out and buys 40,000 Bitcoin. Who knows? But it's a good dip. It's a good
buying today, I would say. Heavens, that's a good sale price.
Yeah.
Rick Price, up and to the right. Yeah, that's what we're
looking at.
Alfa Romeo, good evening. I hope everything is well. We are another great Bitcoin buying opportunity on the dip today. Yes,
it is.
Yeah, I think
Romeo always likes buying the dip.
He does. DCA's in, and I said to him, he messaged me, and I said, "Geez, I'm buying some today." These are 112.
Ditto. I'll be buying when the stock market opens tonight.
Yeah. I use the ETFs, the IBIT. And I have luckily Canada has an IBIT, so if I've got Canadian dollars available, otherwise I do the IBIT on the US exchange. So luckily, in Canada we can do both if you got the US account. So Vegas Chris, a channel member. Good morning, CBD and the Coop gang. Wishing everyone has a great new week ahead.
And thank you, Chris. Yeah. Wish you have a great new week ahead too. And thank you for being a channel member, buddy. Alvy Abroad, we met him, saw him the other day.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
From Kentucky.
Yeah.
Good morning, hoping for a Powell turnaround. Good for stocks and exchange rate, hopefully. Yeah, typically, Alvy, when they drop the interest rates, it does tend to put pressure on the dollar downwards. Because in comparison to other...
When they raise it, the dollar stronger.
Gets stronger. Yeah, it's because people want more dollars, or at least put the money in to collect the interest. But so we'll see what it does. But I still think of all the fiat currencies out there, the paper money with nothing backing them, it still is the best to hold.
My prediction is that Powell will cut the interest rates by 0.25%. That's what I'm expecting. I know we need a half.
Yeah.
But I think he's only going to do quarter.
Probably.
He doesn't really want to cut it, but he's under a lot of pressure to cut. So I think he's just going to cut quarter and say, see, I did it.
Yep, finally.
Yeah.
Too little, too late, maybe for some people.
And then people be crying out on CNBC, well, you should have done half, or you should have done 3/4, or you should have done a whole point, I think he's just going to do like Waterhouse is saying 3 to 4 rate cuts this year, each at 1/4.
Well, at least they're starting.
Yeah.
Too late, in my opinion. Roger Walker, good morning, good evening, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlene. Thumbs up, make Darlene smile. Hit that like button, guys.
Yes, please. If you're
Yeah.
watching on the live stream, 100 people watching, give us a thumbs up. It's absolutely free, and it helps support the channel.
Live and learn with Mike. Good morning, DJ Cooper, Brooke, and Darlena.
Good morning, Mikey. And I think we have our first shout out to give. I just saw something pop up on my screen. Yes, we do. Ernie bought 3 coffees and says, thanks for all you do. Thank you, Ernie. God bless you, brother. Much appreciated.
Ernesto. Scotty Caswell, good morning, evening from Scott and Marites back in Pennsylvania.
And it's cold.
No, it's nice there.
According
But
to
it's going to
Marites.
get cold. Scotty better get ready. Get the woolies out.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Scott S. from Wahin. Good morning, Cooper, Brooke, and Darlena.
Good morning, Scotty.
In Vegas, Chris. Nice new banner.
Glad you like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it does look nice.
Yeah. And the wood design behind us is to resemble a boardwalk out here by the beach.
Right.
We don't have a wooden boardwalk. We have a concrete one, but I like the wood look.
Here's Big Al.
There he
Blackout
is.
1 says, morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke.
Good morning, Big Al.
Jeff Sigler, good morning, CBD. Love the new look and sound.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Much
It
appreciated.
is a catchy tune.
It is a very
Now,
catchy
did I
tune.
hear that you're playing that constantly in your car?
I am. I'm driving
And your-
Darlene nuts.
Yeah, your wife is getting absolutely. Cooper, put something else on.
I got it on loop.
Get it on loop. There you go.
But we were moving a bunch of stuff over to the pool villa yesterday.
Yeah.
And you may notice there's no decorations behind me now. We used to have a lot of decorations here behind my head. They're all gone. They're moved to the pool villa now. We did 3 loads yesterday, 3 loads the day before.
Yeah.
Getting there. The place is looking pretty bare here. And when I played it in the car for the first time, there was Jackie, Jen, and AJ sitting in the back seat. They're all singing along to it.
Oh, good. It is a catchy tune, I
Yeah.
will say.
If a Filipina sings along to a song, they like it.
Yeah.
That's the way to tell.
Claude AC, there's our resident bike leader. Good morning, CBD in the world. I'm riding out to Ko Chang for a couple of days, but should be back for the Thursday ride. Well, let's hope so. We'll be,
I was just about
lost
to call
without
you
Claude.
today and say, can I borrow you and your pickup truck on Wednesday for our final big move? No problem. We got another one.
Okay.
Yeah, Dennis and his truck. I'm going to bug
Yeah,
him.
true. That's right. There is several people offered.
Yeah.
W Secrets to Success says, hello, gents. DC, you haven't moved yet?
Wednesday. Wednesday
Wednesday
is the big day when we'll be sleeping at our new home
On
for the first
Wednesday
time.
night.
Wednesday night.
Oh, okay.
So Wednesday will be the Farewell Coopers live stream
Oh,
from
okay.
Coopersville.
Terry Fallon. Hello, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Great to see you guys. Hello to all in the chat.
And hello, Terry. And thank you
From
for being a channel
Bancroft.
member and coming on and joining us.
Biggest Chris, the only difference I see in the fall will not be 70% as there's too much big money coming in. What's he talking about? A pullback?
Yes.
I am thinking a little pullback and sideways through to November. A nice pump, but worried about after Q1 next year.
Well, I'm similar to you, Chris. I'm thinking that the bull run is going to go well into Q1 of next year. It's not going to end November, December this year because there's too much money coming into it. And apparently a sovereign wealth fund bought 200,000 Bitcoin last week.
Well, maybe they've been accumulating for a while, but I saw that article. We'll see. Yeah.
So interesting times.
Yep.
I think the OTC desks might be in a little bit of trouble if they don't get some quick.
Adoption's growing big time. I can see it. I'm surprised the price has been suppressed this long. Maybe it's the market makers or something, but that big whale, it's down to 112, guys, because a big whale put 24,000 coins on the exchange, but it got gobbled up quick.
It did.
Yeah, so that indicates like there's still huge demand at price. So we'll see, but I think by the end of the year, 150 to 200 is not out of the question at all.
No.
If it's only 150, I think that's a easy one to make. It's, how much higher, but anyways, time will tell. Guys like you and me, though, we're kind of buy and hold guys on that.
Mm.
So we're not traders. So I'm not looking to trade the ins and outs. On the dips, it's a good time to buy, and there's a dip on today.
Mm.
Terry Fallon, Coop, where are the pool villa videos coming out? Looking forward to those.
While we're on the cruise.
Okay, so next month.
Next month, yeah, in September, while we're on the cruise, those videos will be coming out on the channel. And we want to put them up for while we're on the cruise because we're not going to be here to do any live streams. Brooke will still be doing Money Matters Mondays, but Wednesday and Saturday, you have videos to watch from Coopers.
Oh, really? Okay.
And all three of the pool villas are rentals. So they're not sales. I know people say, oh, you can't buy land in Thailand. You know, I don't want it, but I'd love to rent, and I'd like to see some affordable ones because we've shown some very expensive ones on the channel. And now we're going to be showing you three that are all in our budget. Not one was a penny over our budget. So there you go. And hope you enjoy them.
Yeah.
And then you'll see the one that we chose at the end. There's going to be 3 videos, and then we'll show you which one we chose at the end.
Okay. Keep them guessing. Vegas Chris, after Q1 of next year, it may be time to start DCAing out of some stuff. Well, what stuff are you talking about? That's interesting. If you're into the winners, if you've done your research and you've gone into the winners, like would I DCA out of Tesla? I can't see that for years.
No.
Would I DCA out of Bitcoin? I don't see that for years. You know, hey, Misty, Alti. Well, Alti should go with the market, and Misty should go with Micro, and I think they're both going up and to the right. So, but everyone's different.
See, this year, this is what I've seen by looking at the charts, and I follow them daily. I'm watching most of what I watch isn't TV and TV shows and movies. I'm watching the markets, and what I'm seeing in the cryptoverse this year has been different from all the other bull runs because the alts have been following Bitcoin. Bitcoin goes up, alts go up. Bitcoin goes down, alts go down. There was a breakaway period for about 1 week where Bitcoin was going down and the alts were taken off, but it was very short-lived. And now it seems to be back to that trend. Bitcoin goes up, alts go up, Bitcoin goes down, alts go down. So here's my thoughts. I think for Bitcoin, there's not going to be a blow off top this year. Those are my thoughts. I think it's going to be slow and steady up to the right.
Yeah.
For the alts, though, I do believe there will be an alt season. I think it's going to be a very short alt season. It's going to be over and done with quick. And that will get a blow off top. Then the question becomes, does that then separate Bitcoin from the alts? And Bitcoin continues to go slowly up and to the right, and the altcoins go down a big fall until the next alt season? Or do they both just go up steady and up to the right? Because this time is different. That is the big question.
Yeah, the only altcoin I like is Solana.
I do like Solana.
Yeah. It tends to garner the most transactions on the blockchain and makes the most money and has the most inflows. So Ethereum has surprised me. I thought
that was the big shocker for me.
Yeah, that was too. I think a lot of that had to do with Tommy Lee starting his fund, pushing the hell out of it, and obviously garnered interest. But I don't know. That would I'd be a little leery if you can get a way to get out of that at a nice profit. I would say you might want to look at that. I would not sell my Solana. I think long term it's going to be good, same as Bitcoin. So anyways, I'm not looking at DCing out of anything because I believe in what I've invested in, and we'll see. A little bit of trading here and there, this and that. Yeah, that's something you play with just to have fun, but the majority, and 95% or more, is long-term holds for me. So Timmy P from Alberta, I believe. Good day to the CBD gang and everyone. I hope all is well.
Good morning, Timmy. Thank you for coming on and joining us and being a channel member.
And we are in Thailand.
Yes.
In Jomtien, and it is like paradise every day here. We go out on the balconies, we look around. The weather's ideal. I
Yes.
mean, isn't it every day it's the same? We could see the water today, out there, clear as a bell, the mountain in the, So it is quite nice here, guys. If you've never been, definitely you want to come. If you've been, you know what we're talking about. And for most of us here and most of you there, you're simply looking, hey, can I afford to live there? And yeah, you can. It's very affordable. Make smart investments and do your research, and you'll be here too, enjoying the life every day. Yeah. Jet Martin says, buy the triple Qs index fund for many AI stocks for diversity. Now, he's got a good point. A lot of people do that. It's a passive fund. The fees are quite low. Yeah, a lot of people do that, Jet. It's paid pretty good. I think it's got a 17% return on investment over the last 10 years, where the S&P was 14 and change. So, yeah, that's a good way to do it, Jet.
And to explain a little bit further, folks, why I think this time is different is for those that are old enough to remember, which is most of us, when gold went onto the ETFs, it ran for 7 years. 7 years consistent up and to the right. They're saying Bitcoin is scarcer than gold, which it is. There'll only ever be 21 million coins, of which 5 are lost forever.
5 million, yeah.
So there's only going to be 16 million, 15 million, thereabouts. Gold, they just dig deeper, and get a 10,000-year-old rock that's yellow, and they sell it to the market. But it had a 7-year run. If Bitcoin is indeed more valuable than gold, then theoretically it should follow suit and have a 7-year run too. And it only just entered the ETFs January last year. So we're now starting into our 2nd year of the run. Your thoughts?
On what? No, you're talking.
Do you want some more coffee? Here you go, bud.
Yeah,
have some more coffee here. Drink some coffee. Wake up, Brooke.
Look, I think that Bitcoin will. I don't think there's going to be a crypto winner at all for Bitcoin. We're in it, like at 12,000. That's pretty terrific buying opportunity.
112,000.
So it's gonna I think it's gonna rocket one of these days with some announcement, and then it'll level off and stay at these high, up and to the right level, continually higher highs and higher lows, let's say, when it does pull back, if it does. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that.
Well, my 2 biggest plays for the future are, of course, Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, because I think it'll rocket more. The NAV premium's down, and I'm expecting that to get back above 2 once they get included in the S&P 500, hence for my buy. I got in early, and it's still not too late to get into MicroStrategy, because we're still 2 weeks away from them being accepted. So, sort of 8 days to 12 days, whatever the case may be, of them and the announcement coming out. So I got in early, and I'm expecting Coinbase, they got in instantly. They jumped up 25-30% on the day of inception. I think MicroStrategy is going to outdo that.
Well, that'd be nice.
They got a hell of a lot more assets under management than Coinbase.
They meet all the criteria. There is a subjective part that these deciders can yay or nay it. And they actually did that with Tesla. Tesla had met all the criteria, was expected to get in, had a better than 50-50 chance, a lot better. And they passed on it for a quarter. They passed on it for 2 quarters.
Yes,
they passed on it for, what the hell was going on? Well, finally they made it in, which they should have been in from the start. I'm just hoping that doesn't happen with MicroStrategy. The fact, as you said, that Coinbase is in there has opened the door. So let's hope that it goes through.
Well, if it doesn't, I'd be extremely disappointed, and I'd be confused too.
Yeah,
because the whole U.S. government is now crypto friendly. The whole SEC is now crypto friendly.
Yeah,
so all the players are in the right place for this perfect storm, I like to call it, to happen. And with all those pros and everybody working to, make it more mainstream, I think they're going to be up against a rock and a hard place to deny it. I really do. And I think there'd be calls for heads to roll if they did.
Yeah, we'll see. They should get in. I think they will. Let's just look on the bright side.
Yeah.
And by the way, that triple Q is a technology index in the US.
Yeah.
So,
And MicroStrategy is already in the triple Q.
yeah.
Yeah, they got accepted last year.
Yeah. Well,
I think it was November last year they got accepted in the triple Q.
I hadn't checked that out. The S&P is the big one.
Hmm.
Mikey D, Coop, I think you predicted Powell's rate cuts. Got to give credit where credit's due.
Yeah, I did say he was going to do it. I've been saying for over a month that he's going to cut rates. He has to. He's not got a choice.
Aren't you a big prognosticator? Terry Fallon. Hello, Tim P. from Alberta.
And hello, Tim. Welcome to the channel.
Vegas
Terry,
Chris says, is everything Elon is doing under the Tesla moniker or not? I don't think the boring tunnel company's under that, but, you know, the taxis are, the humanoid robots are, the battery storage division is. So there's a whack under that Tesla moniker, let's say. And that's why if you don't own some Tesla, grab some, guys. You won't regret it.
Yeah.
And buy and hold it. Like
the only thing that's not under it, I think, is SpaceX.
SpaceX,
and
correct.
Grok.
Yeah, that's another one.
Grok is not under it either. He's keeping that free.
Okay. Yeah, you might be right on that. I know. Yeah, you're right on SpaceX, the boring company, which, you know, is not, but that you don't hear much about that. But yeah.
Oh, and Neuralink. That's not under it either.
I don't think's under there. Neuralink, Starlink, they're not under. But there's enough under it. Like, just for example, the humanoid robots, the robo-taxis, and the battery pack storage. And that battery pack is making money hand over fist. And they need that for these AI data centers they're having. So, you know, it's all tying together. That is all under Tesla. So, you know, yeah. Biggest Chris, I can't say I've ever seen an up September.
Because we've never seen rate cuts in September. I did my research on it, and I think the last time we had a rate cut in September, if I'm right, was under Reagan. When Reagan was president, was the last time we had a rate cut in a September.
Yeah, he was good. I
remember
him. Ernest Jones, there's Ernie. Good morning, Cooper, Darlene, and Brooke. Hit that like button, make Darlene smile, he says.
Yes, please. And good morning to you, Ernie, our friendly neighbor, and thank you for being a channel member.
Timmy P, greetings, Terry. Did you folks send your heat wave our way? Into the 30s all this week. Wow.
Ooh, nice.
Richard Woolley. Too late, Powell will always be too late. What a shame we didn't get some rate cut months ago. I totally agree with that, Richard. Yep, there.
Yeah, but then maybe the markets wouldn't be as strong as they are right now. I think doing them in September is going to be fabulous for the markets. Yeah. All the markets, the S&P 500, the Dow will all spike up.
They did a big jump Friday. We'll see if it continues. I'm looking forward to hopefully today they're up again. That'd be nice. Mark Hanna 1, take videos. There is no stopping this train, and the Fed is getting closer to reality. Wouldn't that be something?
That could be. That could be something that's on the horizon, you know?
Yeah.
Because the Fed, you're absolutely right, Mark. And by the way, I know Mark personally. He's a good friend of mine, lives over on the dark side. He's got a beautiful pool villa. I'm jealous. But, and a hell of a YouTube studio. But anyways, the Fed has had complete autonomy away from the U.S. government. Okay, the president decides who the Fed chair is going to be and nominates the people in the Fed. Every president has that power, but no president has the power to fire them. You know, they're in there for the fixed term and they can do what the hell they want. So they have complete autonomy. I think it's getting to the point where, you know, maybe it needs to get back under government control. You know, if they're working against the economy, for example, you know, lining their own pockets, you know, doing a Nancy Pelosi, then I think they should have the ability to fire them. Time will tell.
They got like, what is it? Like 400 PhDs working at that Fed. and they can't even get it right.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, hello, it needs to be a lot of trimming, let's say. I think the whole government needs to be trimming, but hey, we'll see. Protect yourselves. That's all we can do. Biggest Chris. October. Correctamundo.
Normally October is the start, but I think with the Fed's cutting interest rates early, could be September.
Ooh.
Could be Uptember. I'll call it.
$1.75 on Bitcoin in Uptember.
That'd be
October,
nice.
sorry. Terry Fallon at Tim P. We're cooling down here in Ontario. Loving it, loving it, loving it.
You stole my catchphrase.
Jeff Trio. Hi, guys. Misty prediction is $1.05, which in a total return on a $17 share price is good. I mean, even if I was in at 23, so $1.05, $13 a year on 23 is still 60% return, guys. So we shouldn't be complaining. The problem is we get spoiled, with $2 returns, $1, 60s, 70s, whatever.
Well, my bear case scenario would be $1.10. I don't think they want to go too much lower because Misty is their number one on the YieldMax funds. And that's their baby. If Misty fails, they all fail, is my opinion.
It won't fail. It's just if these returns keep it around that dollar figure and the stock share price doesn't say jump. I mean, one thing kind of drives the other. So if micro can go, Bitcoin can go, micro will go, then Misty will go, and then the premiums get bigger. You know what I mean? They'll be making more money to pay out more. And then that's what I see happening. It's just we're in a lull right now until all this, starts to run. So just buy and hold, I guess, that's all we got to do.
Yeah, I'm still sticking at a 110.
Yeah, it is what it is. Alti's good. I like the fact Alti's more diversified, and the markets jumped on Friday, and they're jumping in this week. I could see the Alti payments hanging in pretty good.
Yeah,
the premiums will be up. Mr. Nutt with his Texas humor. Good morning, CBD and fellow tubers. I think this is the first time that I've been disappointed because the bumper music got interrupted. I really like that intro.
How'd it get interrupted?
Well, probably cut off at 3 minutes, and it's a 4-minute song.
Well, actually, it's a 4.5-minute song.
I stand corrected.
And the third and fourth verse was excellent. I was like, wow, why didn't we put the whole thing in the intro? Why did we cut it at 3 minutes when the third and fourth verse I thought was fantastic?
And people don't want to wait that long to hear the information we have to state.
But the full 4.5 minutes I thought was brilliant.
That's what you play all day long in the truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, especially when we go to Route 66 today.
Driving the yeah, here we go. We'll be listening to that. Biggest Chris, really like this new banner. Great job, guys.
And thanks, Chris. Much appreciated.
Thanks to Mr. B. Johnny says, I hope you're right, Coop, but the word I hear is the committee does not like a closed-end stock like micro. Rare to include one like that. Well,
but they included Coinbase. So they've already opened the door, John. And like I said, with the SEC commissioner, replaced Gary Gensler, pro-crypto. You got the crypto czar. You got all these people in the cabinet now pro-crypto. The president's assigned all these people to be dealing with it. And of course, they're all pro-crypto. And the SEC is going to be launching, allowing Solana ETFs now coming in and possibly XRP ETFs coming in. There's been a couple filings for them. So with that, I can't see how they would stop MicroStrategy, because if MicroStrategy got included, John, it would be in the top 100 of the S&P on inclusion day.
Yeah,
I think it's like 97, 98 with assets under management, how much money they hold on their books. And they would be in the top 100 of the 500. And it would automatically qualify them based on their earnings calls under fair market value to qualify for the Mag 7 automatically, which is the top 7 stocks that pull the whole stock market with it. So when the stock market's doing bad, or treading water, the Mag 7 pulls the others with them. And I think it would be the biggest mistake in their lives if they didn't include MicroStrategy, because they know Bitcoin's going up and to the right. The whole government wants it. That's why they're passing these crypto bills in the House and the Senate. They got 2 more bills to pass, and I believe those are both going to happen by the end of September. So to go against it would be like going against the US government. Could they do it? Yes. What's the percentile chance that they will do it? Under 10%.
I think the committee
that they would deny it.
Oh, okay. I think the committee, if they're wanting to keep the S&P relevant, and it's huge, that S&P indexing, will include it, John. And the reason is it's such a big part now of, BlackRock's saying, hey, put 2 to 5% of your portfolio into Bitcoin. Well, how can they do that? A lot of people don't want to self-custody, so it'll be iBit or something like MicroStrategy. And to stay relevant, I can see the committee saying, hey, we got to keep up with the times. And that's why we're going to allow this. And people that way have exposure to Bitcoin through MicroStrategy. To me, it's like a no-brainer, common sense. If it's too old school, and I consider Powell old school.
Yes.
If they're like Powell, for example, nope. Yeah. To me, Johnny, it's not a question of if, it's simply when. It's like Tesla back in the day. It wasn't a question of if, it was simply when. And if they're going to delay it, well, there you go. That's a bunch of more idiots. But I understand, Johnny, what you're saying, but I just think with the changing times and that they will allow it, and they should. And bottom line, is it good for the consumer or not? It's good for the consumer to have that exposure going forward. So
yeah,
let's hope they come to that rationale.
But I agree with you. It should happen, but you never know if they are old school, like Brooke's saying, because the committee is 9 people strong, and they have complete anonymity, so nobody knows who they are.
Yeah.
You can do all the research you want. You're not going to find out who they are. And that's why they have this committee, because it upsets people and they can be targeted, and everything else. So they have them to protect their identity. That's why they have them like that. So time will tell. Time will tell. Only 2 weeks away.
Kenny Beck, September 16th, 17th will be the next Fed meeting.
Correct.
That is when we have an opportunity to pump.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the next Fed meeting. You're absolutely
time
right.
Flies. They were only like 3 weeks away from that. So Jet Martin, love the intro song.
And thank you, Jet. I do. I like it too. Yeah.
Well, you do like it. You play it every day in your truck. Mark Hanna, Take One Videos.
Yeah.
MicroStrategy carefully watched the current short interest for a decrease, which indicates short sellers covering. They're getting the hell out. They're worried, which will trigger a short squeeze catalyst towards a higher number.
Yes.
Yeah. To me, MicroStrategy is oversold. It's had a drop in the last 2 weeks. Overdone, in my opinion. And I've not been selling any. And I haven't even been doing options on it because I'm thinking, hey, there's going to be a
huge spike.
Yeah.
Up. And it did. It spiked up $20
on Friday
per share on Friday.
We'll see what happens this week. Could hit 400 pretty quick, in my opinion. But
yeah,
we'll see.
It should be over 400 right now.
And if it gets included, announced in the next 10 days, that'll even put it higher, in my opinion. So let's see. JJ, good morning, guys. As Jim Cramer would say, bye.
Yeah, he's excited about crypto now, isn't he? Bitcoin and MicroStrategy.
He waffled. He got in, got out.
But it was funny. You watched him a year ago, and he was completely against it. Now he's completely flipped his tune. He said, "No, crypto's a waste of money."
Yeah. Anyways, Jimmy's Jimmy. Pretty Queen, morning CBD. If a tax resident of Thailand, a person spending more than 180 days a year in the kingdom, sells a house in the U.S., are they subject to Thailand capital gains tax? No. You have a tax advisor. I wouldn't even worry about that.
Okay. Under the old law, yes, you would. only if you. Okay, let's say.
Well,
All right,
self-report.
let me explain this to you, friend. Under the current law, which is soon to be the old law, just waiting for the notice to come out from the Thai Royal Gazette, and then it's the new law, which is imminent, they've said. Under the old laws, let's say you bought a house for 100,000. You sell that house for 120,000. If you repatriate 100,000 into Thailand, there's zero tax on it. Currently, if you repatriate the other 20,000 that you made profit on, you would have to pay tax on capital gains tax on that here in Thailand. That's under the current law, which is about to be changed. And they said any money that you earn, providing you bring it into Thailand within the next 2 years, you're good. Zero taxes. And that's basically what we're waiting for. But this is all about money matters.
Well, no, that's part of money matters is taxes. And I wouldn't worry about it. I've never met anyone in an expat in Thailand in 3 years that, number one, has not ever filed a Thai tax. None of them have ever got a tax number, which you need to file a tax. Obviously, if you're working on a company in Thailand and you got your work visa, you're probably having to file some sort of tax. But I've never met a guy here even working. So this stuff about what you sell in the States getting taxed here, don't worry about it. How are they ever going to find out about it? Number one. Number two, they try that type of stuff. You get the heck out of here. I don't keep a lot of money in Thailand. If they want to close my accounts, good, keep it. I don't give a shit. I'm off to some other country. But I wouldn't worry about this tax thing, 180 days, and you got to file and all this baloney.
Nobody's filed.
No. Nobody.
And they've never been a requirement for renewing your visa here that you have to file.
Yeah.
So immigration said they're not policing it. The bank said they're not policing it. And the government's done a complete U-turn on it and said, okay, yeah, because there was lots of governments around the world saying, hey, you can't double tax our citizens. We have a treaty with you. And so they've done a complete 180.
Yeah. And, you got to figure this way. If Thailand, who's huge a tourism part of their GDP, if they're going to start acting up, call it, doing whatever you want, if they're making it more difficult for people to retire here, part of it being this tax issue, people won't come here.
No.
And that's not their intent. So I don't ever foresee that changing, and I don't think that's a problem.
No.
Yeah. Jet Martin, is that 700 Thai guide printed on gold leaf paper? Better be for that. Jesus.
Well,
or you get an ounce or a quarter ounce of gold, maybe. Who knows?
One of our subscribers said to me that they know the YouTuber I'm talking about. Okay. I'm not going to put the name out. I'm not going to plug them because I don't like that person. So I'm not going to plug the person. And they paid the $700 for the ebook.
Big disappointment.
And then showed it to me when they had it. And I was like, you call that an ebook? That was absolute shit.
Yeah.
So
money grab.
Yeah, it was just a complete money grab. A lot of it was plagiarized and well and truly out of date, years and years out of date.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't believe this guy's selling it for $700 per book. Yeah. But he's here in
Paul
Thailand.
Says, hey guys, what are your thoughts on Salty short to Ulti? So they have, and that's a YieldMax product, I believe. Maybe a new one, I think it is. And it's the inverse of Ulti. So they short the stocks related to Ulti, I believe. And if you're a pessimist and you think the bear market's around the corner, the whole markets are going to crash, so to speak, that would be a winner, Salty. But that's not for me. I'm up and to the right, and I think it's 83% of the time the market is up.
Yes.
And 17% of the time it drops. So and you give that enough. I mean, that's not to say you can't go a week and down every day. You know what I mean? But over a wide enough period, you're a buy and hold type of guy, and you do it over, months and months and maybe a year or so, 83% of the time you're up.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna have to be pretty darn sharp and lucky to pick the down, and salty's where how you would do that and play that. But it's not my cup of tea, Paul. But now some people might say, well, look, what if I have 1,000 shares of Alti or 10,000 or whatever, and I'll put 10% into salty just to cover the down a bit. There's guys that do that, but to me, you're paying double the fees. You got a little bit of hedging, but you're paying double the fees. So it's not my cup of tea. Blakester Drums, did either of you do your MSTX homework? I looked at that. I just can't remember exactly what the heck that did, but it didn't attract my attention when I did review it. Explain a little more what you're looking at there, Blakester. You obviously like it. I'll tell you what I did do. This week, I opened a very small bag in XBTY, which is the Bitcoin leverage play, and it pays weekly. And the more I look at it, I started small, just 125 shares, and it pays weekly, which I'm starting to really love these weekly payers. They tend to be every week you're getting some money. So that's the one I looked at. Chris McQuillan, have you noticed all Thai banks now charge 250 baht from 220 for the ATM usage? I didn't know they do that.
Has it gone up from 220
well,
to
obviously
250?
it has 250 to, yeah, it makes sense.
Well, I stopped using my foreign ATM card at the machines here in Thailand 3 years ago once I got my bank open.
Yeah, ditto.
And I just do money transfers from the U.S. into my Bangkok bank account.
Yeah, but people coming new just off the plane, tourists, won't have the bank card, won't have a bank account. Hopefully they got their Wise card, or they're using one of their home debit cards to pull money out of the ATMs. That's probably what they're getting hit with, is 250. And I can see that happening. But if we use our bank cards here, even in a different ATM, we don't pay that fee as far as I know.
No, it's 10 baht.
It's 10 baht. Okay,
yeah,
so that's
only
pretty
10 baht.
Reasonable. Yeah. All right, Chris. Hopefully that answers that. Terry Fallon. Hey, Alpha. How's it going in Stony Creek? Terry's up in Bancroft. Timmy P at Terry Fallon. This is the first here this time of year. The leaves have already started to change. Christ, it's August.
Yeah.
To fall colors, and out of nowhere, this dropped in until next week. That 30-degree weather.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, they get the 4 seasons out there.
Leaves are brown already.
Yeah, in August. Isn't that amazing? Logan C, what's up, studs? Hanging out with CBD gang while smoking some CBD.
Plenty of that over here.
Well, you're all legal here.
Yeah.
Alpha Male, hey, Terry, all is well here, eating the Winona peaches and watching the live stream. I hope all is well with you. Yep. Jet Martin, I agree. Initial rate cut will be 1/4 point. Yeah, more than likely. Other rate cuts will occur this year if inflation doesn't drive up in the inflation rate. Yeah.
I'm saying minimum 2, maximum 4.
Yeah. Well, they need lower rates for mortgages, everything else, car loans, keep the economy pumping.
Yeah. And we have another shout out to give. And this is from Blakester Drums. And he says, MSTX is, as I stated before, a 2x on MicroStrategy. So there you go. When MicroStrategy goes up, it should 2x it. So in my opinion, if you're a MicroStrategy believer, you need a bit of MSTX at 26 bucks right now. Okay.
I think here's the thing that Blakester, that's a leverage play. And those leverage plays tend to get reset, I believe, daily. And you can have a little bit of erosion during that. If it's a pure play, like it is in MicroStrategy, just own the stock, you don't have that. But these 2x leverage plays, some are 3x even, they have resets, I believe, daily, and you can lose a little bit of erosion, let's call it, every day. Now, you probably don't notice much of it, but over a period of time, that can affect your returns. So
yeah, and I'd be wanting to watch their NAV premium, seeing what's that's done since inception.
Yeah,
has it been eroded or is it hanging still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So to be honest, Blakester, I'm not big on these leverage plays. I know that XBTY is 2x leverage on Bitcoin. That's actually the only thing I actually own, 125 shares that is leverage. So I've had experience with these erosions in the past on these, 2x, 3x, that type of thing. And kind of got burnt and decided, no, that's not for me going forward. So, but anyways, okay. Next one here. Terry Fallon at Tim P used to live in Alberta. It's a beautiful province. Oh, Terry's in Bancroft was in Alberta. Vegas Chris, I think a full point by the end of his term, but whoever Trump gets in the next should take some big stabs, as I hear Trump wants 3 points to 3.5 down. Wouldn't that be nice?
That would
might
my
hurt
God,
the dollar.
Bitcoin would be, and the altcoins would go crazy.
Yeah.
Then you would have a blow
Well,
off top.
By owning that, we protect ourselves against something that's out of the ordinary. Roger Carpenter, morning all, nice new look. Sitting here and jumped in, learning things. Yeah.
And thank you, Roger,
He's
for
living
coming on
the
and
life.
joining us and being a channel member and being a retiree like us in Thailand.
Biggest Chris, are you saying Darlene won't be singing the new song at karaoke? Wow, there's something we got to look into.
We went to bed last night, and Brooke, and nothing sexual. We went to bed. We were absolutely exhausted, anyways, from the moving. And she says, I know the words to your new song. I was like, really? Tell me, what are the words? And she was telling me verbatim, not singing it, just telling me the words, I was like, see, you do like it.
Bingo. It's catchy.
It is catchy tune. It is a very catchy
Now, we
tune.
do have the meet and greet tomorrow night. Let's not forget.
Tomorrow night, yes. That's why we're not going to move until Wednesday, because we got too much going on this week.
Today
Route 66 today.
Okay.
And then tomorrow we got the meet and greet.
At 6 p.m. at Fraser's, guys. Let's have a big turnout, because we'll laugh and tee-hee.
Oh, always.
All night long there, and it's always a fun time. Fraser's on to Pryor Road, I guess.
To Pryor Road and Jomtien.
So,
6 p.m. tomorrow night.
Mark Hanna says Jerome Powell movement is a stooge for the Anglo-Euro overlords, who for the last 80 years have been running rules-based globalist monetary system. Bitcoin is eventually going to realize a huge squeeze upward.
Yes. Whenever there's a rate cut, Bitcoin spikes. So watch those dates. 18th of September, I think there's going to be a big spike coming.
Bingo.
And if MicroStrategy's in the S&P already, and they gained 30% from getting accepted in the S&P, and there's a rate cut as well, oh my God, you're looking at fantastic returns.
Yep.
And then October is just around the corner.
Michael Vela, hey guys, what is your opinion on Bitcoin mining?
It's down. The miners are down overall. You look at CleanSpark. CleanSpark hit its all-time high last year at, I think it was around about $22, $23. It spiked up to on the month of the halving, April last year. So since then, it's been under $10. It's dropped by over 50%. Why? Previous halvings, the miners used to make bank. This time, there's too many miners. China's mining, Russia's mining, Korea's mining. People are mining all over the damn planet. Used to be you had 4 big players that were doing the mining and, getting the block rewards. Now everybody's doing it. So to me, I got out the miners. And
he's asking about mining. I don't think miners.
Yeah, well, I got out the miners.
Yeah.
Mining now is very, very hard.
Exahash is huge.
And they're very expensive.
It can be, although they're getting cheaper rigs all the time. You can get older rigs cheap, but typically I think unless you have volume, the energy cost is not worth what if you get lucky and hit a block, you're laughing. But most guys that do mining go into what's called mining pools. So they tend to share. So, you're diversified that way. But Yeah, it's not something the average guy here would even look at.
You'd have to be extremely lucky to get a block reward.
You
now.
got that right. Yeah, and it has
So,
happened, but rare.
Very rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, the big guys tend to get them all. But
if
you were going to get into Bitcoin mining 5 years ago was the time to do it. Not now. Yeah,
14 years ago was
the perfect time to do it.
If Michael did mean the miners, they're actually starting to run a little bit.
Only one I see is Mara.
Yeah, well, they're all tend to go, but it's still they might have their day. It's just it's not happening right away. So, Alpha Male, hey Jens, Pin loves the orange Bitcoin shirts you guys are wearing. She's making a crispy Thai pork while watching the show. The food munchkin's hard at work.
She's cooking up a storm.
He's having fun over there with
Alpha Romeo, gain some weight so we can beat you on the go-karts.
Delonic, Mr. XRP. Good morning, everyone. From District Grand Park 2. Congratulations to all the Misty $16 buyers. That was on sale, wasn't it? Bitcoin will hit 200K by the end of the year. Wouldn't that be nice?
I'm still calling for 200K.
Okay.
I really am. I'm still calling for it. I can see, it's got a long way to run yet.
Let's hope so. Yeah. Anyways, Donnie's a firm believer in XRP.
He is.
It's up a bit. We'll see what happens. Tim P. at Terry Fallon enjoyed being stationed in North Bay, Ontario. Been there. Beautiful country. Yes. Always made sure to hit up Sam the Record Man on road trips to Tio. That's going way back, Timmy. Back into time. Plus a couple of pints next door at the Zanzibar. Yes. From Mayo, boys, the food munchkin is cooking up a storm every day. I've gained 3.5 pounds.
Yes, keep going.
Romeo, that's going to hurt his go-karting.
I know.
Chances. It's going to be difficult to get down to a racing weight come high season. Yeah.
I'm going to sponsor Pin.
Terry Fallon at Tim P, my old stomping grounds and another life. Yeah. Don Delonic, Trump will make sure rates come down. Good. He will win the war with Powell. Yep. You can take that to the bank. Yeah, let's hope so.
Well, for the first time in history, it was reported that 2 of the people that are on the Fed meetings with Powell were advocating for rate cuts. So we're going against them.
Yeah.
I don't think that's ever happened in history. It's always been a consensus.
Yeah.
So, and then that female, she resigned. I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she resigned, and the president will be appointing somebody to take her spot. And I think that person will probably be in favor of rate cuts as well. So it's going to be pretty difficult for them not to cut rates next month.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah.
Get those rates and cut in. Vegas Chris, what are your thoughts on SCHD? That's a dividend-paying stock, I believe.
I have never heard of it.
Yeah, no, I did. Again, I looked at it, and it wasn't my cup of tea. Didn't think the returns were big enough. It's diversified, and it's it's a steady Eddie type of thing. I think it's Schwab's, something or other. But yeah, obviously, guys, when most of this stuff you mentioned, I've looked at and just wasn't for me, so I didn't pursue further research. You obviously, if you think it's something for you, you got to do your research and find out what it's involved. But as James at Invest Answers said, hey, if I don't even get out of bed for 10% return. If he can't make 3 or 4x, 5x that, he don't even get out of bed. So he's looking for obviously better returns, and I think that Schneid is a steady Eddie return, but nothing out of the ordinary. Jet Martin, Bitcoin is up 50% since April 25. Make of it what you will.
It's up a lot more than that. April last year was at 60,000.
No, he's talking this year, April this year.
Oh yeah, since April this year. Yeah. I was going to say April last year. It's up a lot more than that.
No, it's a good return. Yeah,
a very good return.
Probably the tantrum, the tariff tantrums, Bitcoin, I think, dropped down to high 70s.
High 70s, yeah.
So there you go. It's up 50% from that. Timmy P, Terry, we could have a meetup on a Saturday afternoon. Those were the days we could stay at the Ramada across from the old gardens. Ever got to take in a couple of games? Great memories, good times. Yeah, even got to. Michael Avila, I know diversity is best, but if you had to choose just one investment, what would it be? Tesla.
Tesla.
Yeah, it's so diversified.
Tesla's my number one choice. for the next 5 years.
Yeah.
And after. I think Tesla is easily going to do a 10x in the next 5 years.
James Invest Answer is a sharp guy. He did that trade-off just this year, Bitcoin versus Tesla, I think by 2032. And he figured about a 10x on Bitcoin, 27x
on Tesla.
So that kind of opened my eyes too. But yeah, if you only had to do one, probably Tesla gives you enough diversification technology-wise. And they're such leaders. I mean, they're leaders in the battery pack. They're going to be leaders in the robots. They're already leaders in the self-driving robotaxi. You know, hello, that's pretty good.
Well, Michael, it all depends how you want to play the markets. If you want just monthly income, then you've got Misty, Ulti, and Plady, which are my 3 favorites, would give you weekly and monthly income there. Or do you just want to double or triple your bag in the next 5 years? Then you need to be into MicroStrategy and Tesla.
Yeah, Michael's. Yeah, you're right on that. I thought you're talking growth, Michael. You might be talking about monthly income. So you definitely want to have your monthly income to live on here.
Yes.
And then your growth for future. You know, maybe it's a legacy you want to leave, but you know, you don't want to be, you know, cash poor and asset rich going forward. You want to have enough money to live on a decent life, and yet maybe have a legacy that you want to leave, which will be your growth stock. So I assumed you meant just growth with that.
Yeah.
You're not going to generate a lot of income on Tesla till it does go up. But there's things like, as Coop mentioned, Plady and Misty and Alti, Tesla. You know, you can generate income from that and still have growth. So
yeah, and that's what I've done, Michael, and everybody else watching, is I put half my bag into growth stocks and the other half into monthly and weekly income stocks. So when there are big market corrections, there's dips, I can buy into the DCA down into the growth stocks.
You're pretty heavy into Misty.
Very heavy into Misty.
And you're not too worried.
And I got a bit of Ulti too.
Yeah.
And I'm looking next month buying some Plady.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go.
Be diversified.
Diversified it out.
Yeah.
Vegas Chris, I tried to make my Wise account this weekend, but I'm being told that the state of Nevada, it is not legal. Wow.
Didn't know that.
I did not know that. Is there a workaround? I am down to 8 months.
Well, you should be able to download the app, the Wise app, and use that. It's like a touch and go, like, you know, iPay, Samsung Pay, you know, things like that. And you can use that over here. Darlene has the digital version of the Wise card and not had a problem. So she can use that in Thailand, Philippines, put money in the jars and do it that way, and save money based on the exchange rates.
Yeah.
So look and see, Chris, if you can download the app rather than trying to get the actual card.
Yeah, maybe
physical card.
It's the card you're referring to. I'm pretty sure, as Coop said, you should be able to put the app on your devices. And as long as you got the app, you can link, hopefully, up your accounts to the Wise and do the transfers online. You won't have a physical card. Maybe that's why they won't mail it or let you do it. But you don't really need that physical if you've got ATM cards from back home. They'll work. You'd get here and open up a bank account and then transfer from Wise to that. But they do have I think a digital Wise card.
Yes.
Yeah. So
that's the one Darlene's got.
Okay. So okay, good. That's how you could access your funds here, let's say.
And if you're struggling to get that one in the state of Nevada there, Chris, what I would be doing is putting it through a VPN and then get it.
Hopefully that works.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might not mail it. Like, they wouldn't mail my card to Florida. They had to mail it to my home address in Stratford, Ontario. So they won't, if it's not illegal in Nevada, they won't even mail it to Nevada. So that could be the trouble.
Yeah. And there he is, Brownie and Jen.
Surprise, it's Mr. B here. Thanks for the love and support of the new theme song and graphics I created for the channel. It's much appreciated. See you all at Route 66.
Yeah, and Brownie is Mr. B.
Yes.
He is the magic Mr. B. He helped us create this background, this overlay here. And well, actually, he did most of the work and the ebook and also the theme tune. This guy's a master of all trades.
He is. He's
fantastic.
Younger, which is good. He's got that ability, techie, and you know, he's had his own businesses in the past. Now, here's an example, guys, of a guy that was pretty sharp growing up and retired. He was in his late 30s when he retired. You know, like, isn't that that's
an achievement.
Yeah, and happy living in Dusit Grand Park 2 in Thailand. So anything's possible when you put your mind to it.
Yeah. And thank you, Brownie. We couldn't have done it without you. You're a champion, and we love you, buddy. See you at Route 66.
Michael Villa, Powell's shaking. You better be a good boy. Portis will spank him.
He needs a good spanking. He really does.
Vegas Chris, is there any amount Misty has to add for the last payout for December?
Well, it's not December, Chris.
October.
It's the end of October is their financial year end when they have to pay out 90% of the profits that they make to the shareholders. And they are sitting on a bag right now. So, and I think that bag's going to get a lot bigger in September and October. So right now, too early to tell. Some people are getting scared and running away from the share. Other people are buying in, so it's sort of evening out and sitting around about $4.9 billion assets under management. So it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
It's their biggest one out there of the YieldMax funds.
Yeah.
Too early to predict what October and November payments will be. Last year, they split it between the 2 months and paid $4 each month and then $3 in December. It'd be nice again if we get it again this year. But too early to tell yet.
Yeah, volatility, I think, was higher last year
than it is this year.
Yeah, now it dipped. It is slowly starting to work its way back up. So that's that's a positive for extra premiums to be collected. A lot of it will depend on the volatility, which is what they grab to pay us. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Terry Fallon, Alpha, all is great here. When are you getting back to Thailand?
I think December.
December, yeah.
December and January,
for a couple months. Michael Villa, it's all controlled by the big investors. The big boys do have a lot of input.
Yeah.
And Dandy Don, who follows XRP religiously, says 11 XRP ETFs have been applied for approval in October or sooner. BlackRock is on board now. Buy now or forever hold your peace. I'll be forever holding my peace. However, Don is the guy I look to for the XRP win.
Yeah.
Trump gives it 10 stars. What does he know that Brooke doesn't know?
I like
Andy
that.
Don, we love you. Alfa Romeo, Terry, 106 days until I'm back in Thailand, but who's counting? Guess who? Oh, guess who is counting every single day? Me.
Yeah.
Johnny says, I understand, agree with you. I hope they do. Okay.
I think they sort of cut their foot off to spite their face because they've already let Coinbase in. They've opened the floodgate. They're going to have a very, very, very hard time declining MicroStrategy in the S&P 500. There's one person on the planet that's got a lot of influence over the SEC.
Me.
No, it's not you. All right. And he happens to be the CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink.
The Pinkster.
What he normally wants, the market does. He's got an extreme amount of power over the SEC.
Mundo.
And if it wasn't for him applying for Bitcoin ETF, I don't think Bitcoin would have got the ETF, even with Gensler being so against it.
They would at some point. But
last year. And one of the biggest shares that he owns is MicroStrategy. He owns over 1 million shares of MicroStrategy. So I can pretty much say it's a done deal that the SEC is going to approve MicroStrategy getting in to the S&P 500 next month.
Great.
Because he owns over 1 million shares and he's got a hell of a lot of weight and a lot of influence.
Okay.
Yeah.
I believe that.
And BlackRock's the biggest company on the planet.
Yeah. What the Pinkster wants, the Pinkster gets.
Yes. So that's what's making me bullish on it, John, and
Yeah.
everybody else watching.
Todd Hall says, "Howdy, fellas. Think Hood will take the S&P win? Robin Hood. Yeah. Yeah, I don't follow Hood. I know it's Robin Hood, but and they do have I think that's a YieldMax fund. They also follow Robin Hood, I believe.
Yeah, Hui, I think it's called, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Don't know a whole lot about that, Todd, but that Robin Hood's done very well.
Yeah.
Extremely well from the IPO on upwards. That Vlad Tennant, the CEO, they had a little rough patch for a while, but now it's taken off. He's done well. And they're actually pretty big on Bitcoin now, too.
Yeah.
Mike D, CABT, wait until Jerome leaves. Who do you think takes his place? It'll be somebody that's pro-Trump.
I know who it is.
Who?
Michael Saylor.
No.
Wouldn't he be the perfect guy? He'd do everything pro-crypto.
Yeah, there'd be like, look at Trump has surrounded himself with smart people. I mean, Biden, I look back and he was so anti this and anti that, you know, kept Gensler in there, was anti everything, you know, just what a turnaround. And it's because he's got sharp people around him advising him. And his kids are sharp, in my opinion. So,
well, Biden's mistake was he listened to Elizabeth Warren. And she's always been anti-crypto. But if you look at her stock portfolio, she's very heavily into the banks. If you look at her stock portfolio. So that's why she's arguing. She's arguing for the banks because she wants her portfolio to go up. She don't want crypto to go up. Her portfolio goes down. So I can see why she's arguing that way. But now, everybody doesn't even bother listening to her anymore. She's sort of like a voice of the past.
I watched that CNBC, Mike, and there's a lot. They've interviewed quite a few guys. They have their banner with the list of potential guys that could take over. But put it this way, whoever Trump appoints is going to be way better than Powell. Initially, when Powell got in, I thought, hey, this guy's pretty good. But the longer he's in there and the more you see what's happening, holy Jesus, why is he not cutting? Why is he, you know, the labor rates, the unemployment's jumping. They don't even realize it.
Well, because in all fairness to Powell, he was looking at false market reports.
False data. With his 400 PhDs working under him.
He even said, in hindsight, if he had seen the true data, the true jobs report, the true PPI report, that he would have cut rates already.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the right data. So
that girl got fired.
She did. She got fired. And I would have fired her too.
And Biden had chances to and never did.
Because when the true numbers came up, that's what made the market tank. That's what made crypto tank as a whole. Yeah.
Terry Fallon and Tim P. got to go behind the scenes with the Leafs and Winnipeg Jets at the Gardens. It was pretty cool. Nice. They're reminiscing about the old times.
Yes.
Okay. Back in Canada. Well, they should be over here. Kenny Beck, BlackRock and Fidelity have a big say in what is included in the S&P 500.
Yes.
Fees for the ETFs will inspire MicroStrategy to be included into the S&P.
And I like how Ken thinks.
Yeah.
Just like me. Someone else that does their studying. Well done, Ken.
Yeah, I think BlackRock's
you get an A+ from Cooper today.
Fidelity, I think, is third behind Vanguard.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're with Vanguard, guys, get the hell out because they still won't let you buy Bitcoin. Rick Price, Coop says, where's my stuff?
It's gone. It's all gone.
Where's
the
all
house
my
is bare.
stuff?
I'm looking around. It's like bare. I'll just show you guys quickly. I'll point the camera around. That's where my printer was. I had my printer and my chargers and everything all up on this table right here. It's gone. It's all at the new house now. So
now,
feels
the good
so
news is you're
naked in here.
you've been continually buying since you've rented there.
Well,
you're getting more stuff.
We've got an extra large kitchen, so there's things that I wanted that I couldn't have in a
Ice
condo
maker.
because it's too small.
Yeah.
So I wanted a decent sized microwave. I bought a
Bought
decent sized microwave. I wanted an ice maker.
Bought that.
I like cold drinks.
Yes.
You know, I don't like warm
No.
drinks on a hot summer's day here in Thailand all year round. I want ice in my
Ice
drinks.
cream.
So I bought an ice maker for $50.
Can't beat that.
I remember when they came out, they were $300, Brooke. I just
Sure.
picked up a brand new one with the 3-year warranty for $50 here in Thailand. Can't beat it. Can't beat it. Yeah. And next up,
Mark Hanna, Coop S&P 500 committee consists of a voting committee, manager, plus an additional 9 voting members.
yes,
For
correct.
a total of 10, not 9.
But the manager, Mark, does not have any voting rights. He only oversees it. So I was right when I said there's 9 voting members.
Check out the brain on Brad.
I study. You missed that one, Mark. The committee is 9 and the voting members are 9. The manager does not actually get a vote.
Okay, well,
Just
that's
manages it.
news to me.
Yep.
Richard Woolley, never tell your right hand what your left hand's doing because your right hand doesn't need to know. W, hi from Queens, New York. Do either of you think a U.S. Bitcoin reserve will ever happen?
Yes.
Conventional wisdom among economists is that it will not happen. Scott Bissant says it can't compete with the dollar.
It's backed by the dollar.
Yeah, U.S. Bitcoin reserve. I think there's a good chance it will. They, I thought Trump did say they were gonna, but time will tell.
And he retraced his steps and posted on X after his TV interview within 1 hour and said, yes, we are looking at budget neutral ways to acquire more Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So
hard to say. Terry Fallon, guys, thanks for another great live stream.
Yeah.
See you both on the regular live. Love what you do for the people. Also love the great people that you have on the live stream. All positive.
We've got a good community.
Yeah, we tend
And
to be
we owe it all
upfront.
to you. Everyone watching on the channel, thank you so much. It's really appreciated. If you haven't done so already, hit the thumbs up. And if you subscribe to the channel, which is also free, I said this numerous times, but we always get new people on. So for the new people, if you subscribe to the channel, it's absolutely free. And you can post your comments on and we'll read them live on air. Got about 3 minutes left, so need to wrap this up, folks.
Okay. Mikey D says BTOK.
BTOK. Maybe that's the next ETF.
R says I can pick a few people would try to change that much for charge that much for an e-pamphlet. How many pages was that book? For $700, I would get you at the airport and drive you around for 2 days. Well, bingo.
10.
Yeah.
He had 10 pages in his ebook.
No shit, for $700.
Only 10. Wow.
And
it was full of the most BS I'd ever seen in my life.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, no, this is completely and utterly outdated.
Mike D says, Brooke, you said you didn't like the weekly payouts. Laughing out loud. Guess you changed your mind. Mikey is correctamundo. Initially, I said, well, why the hell would they pay weekly? Because they have less money invested. When you pay monthly, your money's invested for longer. So initially, that was right, Mike. I didn't care for those, just on the surface.
Yeah.
And then I started looking at what was backing them. Okay, there's a little less investment over time, but geez, the weekly payouts seem to be steady. I'm talking Alti here, so I got pretty heavy into Alti. And so far, so good. So I did come around, and I don't mind these weekly. In fact, it's almost to the point, Mike, I actually prefer the weeklies over the monthly.
Do you know?
Well, I'll tell you, part of it is when you get your money weekly, you actually have a less period of time that you're invested as far as getting your money returned to you.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? The Misty Boys, and I'm one of them, hey, we wait a month to get paid. What's going to happen? I don't know. When we wait weekly, oh shit, that's a good one. Oh, that next week's a good one. You know what I mean? You get your money back quicker, in my opinion. So.
Yeah.
Yep, I've changed on that. Thanks for pointing that out, Mike. Live and Learn with Mike XRP will be booming soon.
You and Donnie will get along great, Mike.
Yeah.
We'll introduce you to
If you ever hit $4, you might take a little bit off the table. As Dandy Don would say, no. Mark Hanna, Coop, use a Schwab or Fidelity debit card to bring money into Thailand for zero cost. They instantly return the 250 baht and avoid the wise 1%. Never choose conversion when asked.
True.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
if you're
about
asked when
wise.
you use your card, never choose the conversion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wise is pretty good now. You'd have to do a transfer out of the ATM with your Schwab card mark and see how many do it for 1,000 baht or whatever, and do the same with your Wise and just see the difference.
Yeah, what I was doing, Mark, when I first came to Thailand, I was using my USAA account because I'm ex-American Army. So with that, I got all my ATM fees reimbursed. But yeah, Fidelity and Schwab does that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still big on the Wise. Captain Action from Tampa says, Coop and Brooke, happy Monday.
Go. Yes.
Bitcoin. Go Bitcoin. Richard Woolley, Mark Hanna, that's great info.
Yeah. He's a good guy, Mark.
Coop, you and Darlene's Pillow Talk is your jingle.
Yes.
Jesus, there you
our
go.
Pillow Talk is all about our song. Well, was the last night anyways.
Chris Wheeler from Texas. No haircut for all you until Bitcoin hits $1.50. Yeah.
I need to get a haircut. I'm desperate to get one.
Glenn Shaw. Good morning, gents. SCMY or Misty, which do you feel is the best short-term investment? Misty's a pretty good buy
I'm
right
still
now.
in Misty.
Yeah, it's 17.
Because I can see where micro's going. I can see, where Bitcoin's going. I can see the S&P 500. It's going to bring Misty up.
Yeah.
If micro doubles, Misty should capture 60 to 70% of that. So, well, Misty, what's the current valuation of Misty? 17 and change?
I think so, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that would bring it, very close to $30 per share.
Let's not get too carried away, but
it could.
Yeah, I can see it definitely into the 20s. So
high 20s.
Best short. Well, he's talking short term. So, go with maybe the pay or go with what's on sale. I mean, I even like Alti right now at under $6.
Oh, that's a
and
steal.
Alti's definitely more diversified.
And
it's
Misty under 20 is a steal too.
Well, yeah, I think
and
it's under 20 now. Yeah,
a lot under 20.
It's a screaming buy actually in both of the cases. For what? For the returns you get projected over a year, say.
Yeah. Brooke, we're over time. We need to wrap this up.
There's a private company seeking the Alberta government's approval to establish a Bitcoin farm mine just outside Edmonton. From reading about them, they require quite a large amount of power. They all do.
Yes.
Yeah. From Mail, okay, which one of you are paying PIN to fatten me up? Coop.
Yep.
Savai.
Yep, I am.
W, the only issue I see with a rate cut is if they opt for a quarter point, that's nominal and will not be the big driver in the housing market. You need a half cut rate in the next meeting for it to be good. I agree with that.
Yeah, I do too. But I don't think Powell will do it. I think he's only going to do quarter.
Yep. And it's a personality problem.
Yeah.
Scott. Vegas Chris, I'm on 2 of Coop's bags, but I have Tesla instead of Palti.
Okay.
Maybe I need to look into Platy. Sorry.
Platy's a good one.
Palantir.
It's paid very, very well. And the stock, the underlying stock, Palantir, is doing very, very well as well. I'm liking it. I am liking it. And I think with the dip that happened last week, it's a good buying opportunity for it. Platy. I'm just hoping it's still low come Friday when I get my dividend payment.
Okay. I like Tesla better than Platy. Platy to me is a little too... There's not that much information. They have a lot of government contracts, but even that's kind of secret. You know what I mean? And Tesla, you know kind of what's happening. So, okay, next. From Mail, Pin and I will miss all of you during the meetup at Fraser's. Tell everyone we said hello.
Okay, I'll go around to every table. Alpha says hello. Alpha says hello. No.
Maybe we'll call you. Michael Villa, I have Bitcoin, Misty, and Alti. That's a pretty good bag.
That is a very good bag.
Pick up some Tesla, Michael. Mike D. Schneid is good, but it's a long-term play in my opinion.
Okay.
I put some in Mikey Jr.'s Roth along with SCG, which from Schwab for growth. For me, I want the money. I'm still fairly young, but still. Okay.
Yeah, understood.
He's looking after his boy. Stocks Bitcoin. Weird Nevada doesn't allow Wise. I got mine in California. No problem. California, maybe?
Yeah. That is weird.
Alfa Romeo, the Thai baht is still trading really strong against Canadian, Aussie, and US dollar. I hope we gain some ground before high season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Odd. Alfa Romeo, oh my Buddha, guess who just made some pad thai at 10:30 p.m.
She likes to eat 5 times a
I'm
day.
hearing Jamie Dimon is a big advocate of protecting the S&P. He doesn't want anything Bitcoin. He's all over CNBC every week. Not sure what his angle is. He's selling his own bag. Probably accumulating.
He likes gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jean Bedard, morning CBD. With my Wise physical card, I can withdraw 30,000 baht at a time, correct, at the L, correct. For any purchases over the Thai Pod 200 made at 7-Eleven, I'm using my digital wallet on my phone.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, very good. And you can use your Wise card in 7-Eleven here in Thailand.
I did that same thing there, John.
Yeah.
Biggest Chris, Bitcoin has jumped during this stream, pushing back to 113.4. Well, they're obviously
whenever Cooper's on and Brooke,
Bitcoin runs.
Always does.
Mike D, Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren is all about herself, correct? Just like most of them. Yep. But hey, who cares when you're in the land of smiles? Yeah, that's the way to look at it. It's going to be so nice to not be concerned with American politics.
Yes.
Correctamundo. Guitar Gardens. That Invest Answers guy is a tool. I watched him the last 2 crypto cycles, and his calls are all wrong. Well, then we got a guy that doesn't like him. He tells people he sold everything after a crash. You look back, and he was telling people to buy. I don't know, Guitar. I've had good luck with him, and I've followed him for years. He uses viewers as exit liquidity. I don't get that impression. But hey, that's what makes the world. Every buyer, there's got to be a seller.
Correct.
Tim P, great show as always, guys. Enjoy breakfast and the rest of the week. One day I'll be buying you guys breakfast when I get there. And that'll be at Route 66.
What a gentleman.
Timmy the Timinator. Tommy Lee, there he is, the Tominator. Good day, CBD. To the moon, Alice.
Oh, yes.
Remember who said that?
No, but I remember who's
Jackie Gleason.
To the moon.
To the moon, Alice.
Yes, yes.
Vegas Chris, I see time is running out, so I will say my thanks to both of you and wish everyone a safe and wonderful week ahead.
And you too.
Richard Woolley, thanks, guys. Have a fantastic breakfast.
Thank you, Richard.
Rick Price, if Satoshi had a beach day, he'd be in Thailand. Correct.
He'd be in Jomtien, yes.
Guitar Gardens, never say you know where a crypto is going, and will be the opposite of what you think. When the euphoria and really high calls are in, that's time to sell. Yeah, there's truth in that.
Yes.
Guitar Gardens, investing in Platy is investing in a surveillance apparatus that will digitally enslave you.
If it makes me money, I don't care.
Tommy Lee the Tominator, BMNR, Misty, and Alti. That's what he likes.
Okay.
Biggest Chris, Google says that yes, Nevada is blocked from using Wise, I guess, due to gambling. Maybe that's it. Yeah, that could be it. Rick Price, Cooper's villa isn't just a villa, it's Misty headquarters.
Yeah, in Thailand.
Islander 50, Misty on the TSX is around 41% at a value of 1285-ish Canadian. Will hold on this position. I quite follow that. Tommy Lee, have a great day, guys.
And you too. And last comment goes to Tommy Lee.
Thanks for a great live stream.
Thank you, Tommy, and everybody watching. Folks, had a fantastic live stream.
Hit that like
today.
button, help out the channel.
We have a fantastic live stream every week, 3 times a week. Mondays, all about money matters. Wednesday and Saturday, all about Thailand. So come one, come all. And if you haven't yet, pound that thumb on the way out, folks. Get us to 100 likes. Make my wife smile. And a shout out to Mr. B. Brownie for making all this possible with the new banners, the new background, the ebook, and the theme song.
Yeah,
maybe it'll be #1 in the charts in Thailand. Who knows?
We're going to be at Route 66 today at 11 a.m. So you're welcome to join us. All are welcome. And then tomorrow night, meet and greet at 6 p.m. at Fraser's. Great time.
Wednesday, the final move to the new pool villa. So Wednesday's live stream is going to be the last one at Coopersville. Yes.
Here.
And Jeff Spigler says Ralph Cramden. Yes, and Ed Norton. We remember them. And Terry Fallon says, Coop, with the new pool villa, you're going to need more stuff.
He's already getting it.
Darlene's already on it there, Terry. So until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned.
Stay safe.